And I can't take a shit in the bathroom without someone standing by it.
There's this guy walking in front of me right now with his children. They got green on, he's got blue. He's got a blue coat on that looks like my coat. But whenever I go in the restrooms now, like I made that video where I clipped that Eminem song, and I'll just play that. Like I'll be on the toilet in the restroom. I'll just play that when a stalker walks in.
And I can't take a shit in the bathroom without someone standing by it.
And there's babies crying, seeing. Oh, when I just left the Whole Foods just now, there was the cop. I think it's the security cop guy. It's like a cop. It's in a cop uniform. He's walking up, getting in the car, synced as I was taking off next to me. And then yeah, I went to Target today and there's a baby crying synced, and then I went to a grocery store and there's another baby crying synced. And then, or yeah, at the one Whole Foods, that's where I went. There's a baby crying scene. Bunch of sirens, bunch of seeing. Not as much air traffic lately the last few days, it seems, but still a lot, but not as much as usual. Like I don't hear jets all day lately, so I don't know. I see a lot of syncmobiles right now. Guy with his child today. He like walks up. People are always doing this. They'll just walk up and stand next to my car, like on the sidewalk or like on the grass next to the sidewalk or whatever. And they'll just like be standing there doing whatever they're doing, or if they're walking a dog, their dog will be taking a shit next to me, or they'll just like stop next to me, whatever. Turn around right next to me, whatever, you know, but like people are just always walking up and stopping and just standing there and then start walking again a few minutes later, whatever. So this guy was doing that today. He had a red shirt on. I think he had all red on, I don't remember. And then he has a little child that had a green shirt on. Yesterday, like I'll just turn onto a street, and I think it happened today too a few times probably. Like I'll just turn onto a street and then there's just a jet flying in front of me when I straighten down the street. Or right when I pull up to an intersection or whatever moment like that, there'll be a jet flying out in front of me. Inconveniently timed syncmobiles. Fuck them, I'm gonna turn early. Haha. Got him. So there went the Syncmobiles. What else synced today? Saw a few pigs today, and I saw a few security cars today. I'll just see whatever security thing, whatever place, whatever place that has security cars. I'll see security cars. It looks like a cop car, but it says security on it. And then I saw a car that says Denver Public Schools on it, and it looks like a cop car. I don't know if it's like the school cop or something, but it looked like a cop car until it got closer. It says Denver Schools on it, so I don't know. But I saw that today, and what else? I've mostly just been ignoring them all day, except when I'm driving I can't ignore them. But mostly I've just been on my phone, ignoring them all day. I'm making a new stockumentary too, so I've been editing that for the last hour or whatever. And then just watching YouTube videos and shit. But right now I see the Syncmobiles. But I've been listening to them all day, driving by me all day because I'm living in my car, so I still, like, you can't ignore them completely, so it's like I know there's a bunch of stalkers driving by, but I'm not paying attention to them, so, but I still know that they're stalkers. At least 99% of them. And that's like the fucked up part about it is I see a one headlighter turning, and right when he turns out there's a helicopter flying out, or a jet or whatever flying out, synced with it. It's like I could ignore that. I could try to ignore that and just be like, yeah, it's just a car with one light and a jet, and just be like, yeah, that's because that's literally what it is. It's just like they're not punching me in the face or anything. They do just shoot me with directed energy weapons and shit, but like it's just a car with one light and a jet, right? Like it's just like they're not attacking me technically, like physically, you know, but it's the fact that I know that they're stalking me that is the thing. Like it's the fact that you know that they're stalking you that fucks with you. And like they know, and like they deliberately do shit to let you know they're stalking you. So you can try to tune it out, you can try to just be like, oh, these are just cars right now, or whatever, but you really can't tune it out to a certain extent. Like you can to an extent, but you really can't at the end of the day, so. So it's really fucked up. And then yeah, I'm just in the checkout line at the Whole Foods today. And it wasn't a baby, I guess. It was like a toddler or whatever that time. But they were like I don't think they were crying, but they were like crying synced or whatever. They were like whining synced or whatever. And then they were like talking synced. And then the mom's talking about meatballs. Like, we're gonna get some meatballs. We're gonna eat meatballs later. I think it was the thing. They're always doing the Pizzagate shit, and I think it was like one of those type of things. I don't know. It seemed like that. I don't know. But she was a sink head. She had a sink child next to me at the checkout though, and like there's a bunch of people at the checkout, and like I'm standing there for a while with the sink child next to me and shit, and they're doing sink things and they're doing weird things, I think, with the meatball shit. Pretty sure it was a thing. I don't know. It seemed like she was talking sink. But she was doing sinks with her sink child though, is the point. And that's just what I gotta deal with at the grocery store. And then like I walked to the bathroom, to the restroom, at the back of the store when I came in, and there's a bunch of sink heads, and like there's this girl coming up with a cart right when I come out at the end of the aisle. It's completely in my way. And a bunch of other sink heads getting in my way and shit and sinking. And then sink heads in the restroom. And then sink heads when I come out of the restroom. And sink heads getting in my way. And then sink heads standing right next to the thing that I'm going to get. And sink heads walking by me right when I pick it up off the shelf. Or doing a sink. Or whatever, it's making a sink sound. Or all of the above at the same time. Or like 10 stalkers all at once. Or whatever the fuck, and then sink and sink. And it's like 1,000 billion sinks before I get out of the store finally. And then there's people at the checkout, probably just to hold up the checkout, so I gotta stand there with the sink child for 5 minutes. I mean, obviously other people are grocery shopping too, like I'm not the center of the universe, but it was probably a bunch of orchestrated shit, for the most part. I'm probably mostly right. Definitely a lot of orchestrated shit going on. And they used to be synced up with their sink children. And they're sink dogs. So I don't know where the sink dog walkers are at right now, but there's a lot of sink mobiles constantly. Still. Always. Like if I sit on this street, it's like, I'm pretty sure it's all night constantly. Every night. Like I sleep at night, so I don't know. But I wonder if I stay up all night, if it would be constantly all night. Because it's constantly until I go to sleep. And then it's constantly when I wake up. And I'll wake up at like 5 in the morning a lot of the time. Or like 4 in the morning. And if I stay up super late, it's constantly until I go to sleep. There'll be like periodically where there's no cars for like a minute at the most. Probably not even that. yeah, it's just like non-stop cars constantly, and like most of them, maybe all of them, are stalkers and stalkered up. These cars are stalkered up. That engine sound is stalkered up. There's gonna be a siren soon. It's gonna be stalkered up. Whenever I hear train horn again, it's gonna be stalkered up. Whenever I hear your car honk, it's gonna be stalkered up. Whenever I hear someone talking, it's gonna be stalkered up. Whenever I hear someone yelling, it's gonna be stalkered up. Whenever I hear a dog bark, it's gonna be stalkered up. Whenever I hear a car honk, it's gonna be stalkered up. Whenever I hear a car door slam, it's gonna be stalkered up. Whenever I hear a nail gun or a power tool or a hammer, it's gonna be stalkered up. Whenever I hear construction sounds, it's gonna be stalkered up. Whenever I hear a garbage truck, it's gonna be stalkered up. Whenever I hear anything, it's gonna be stalkered up 99% of the time. Whenever I see or hear anything, 99% of the time, it's gonna be stalkered up. A person, a car, a dog, a squirrel, a baby, a jet, the wind, my car, a street light, a turn signal, hazards lights, police lights or ambulance or sirens, or a flashlight, or a gas light. It's gonna all be stalkered up. Anything I see or hear, if I see a leaf falling, if I see a bag floating through the wind, it's gonna be stalkered up 99% of the time. These cars right now are stalkered up. Do you understand how psychotic and abrasive to the nervous system this is? That loud car has one light, and there's a silver car with a black car right behind it. There's the goon bags again. The terrorist goon bags. Being abrasive to my nervous system. Raping my nervous system for a pedophile rapist cult. A terrorist pedophile rapist cult that is making engine sounds to terrorize my nervous system right now. I'm driving by in stock parades. I think the third car was a mail van. Is it a mail van? They're syncing with other cars at the intersection ahead of me with really bright headlights. A sync parade of bright headlights cars is driving by me right now. I don't know if that was the mail van or not. I can't see because of the bright headlights. Fucking retards. I can't see it because of the bright headlights. Fucking retarded. There's a one tail light whitey. And I drove by the park today, and there was a fire truck sitting there, and they're spraying a hose in the air. Like, I don't know if they're like training or whatever they're doing, or like, I don't know what they were doing, but there's spraying the fire truck hose in the air on the grass. But I didn't see it turn on synced or anything, so I don't know if it was a stalker thing or not. But this one half the taillight car drove by a second ago, and then the other car synced with another car, and then it's syncing with these two cars right now, turning at the intersection ahead of me. And then is this car gonna sync with another car or something now, or what's the yup, he's syncing with another car as he turns at the intersection ahead of me. Is there cars syncing on the other street? There's like a bunch of constant cars driving by over there. I don't know, but I think I just saw a sync over there. And they're gonna start syncing over there if I keep staring long enough. They're gonna sync on the other street, way over there. The other night, there's a yellow lights car right now. The other night when I left this delivery at this apartment complex, there's this apartment building ahead of me. When I get back in my car, there's this guy in the window of his apartment. It's nighttime, so his lights on in his apartment. I can see him in there, and he's like walking around synced and doing sync things as I'm like getting back in my car and like finishing the delivery and whatever on my phone, and then putting my car into gear or whatever he's synced with. I forget. He's like walking around doing sync things inside of his apartment window. He's like up on the second floor. Or like the second or third floor or whatever. That car has Christmas lights on top of him. He's syncing with other cars. And this is a light thing. I already said this, but Black Friday, I saw multiple cars with, I think it was on Black Friday, the day after that or something, I don't remember. But I saw a bunch of cars with Christmas trees on top of them, synced. And it was like a theme, I think, for that day. I don't know. But I think a bunch of people got Christmas trees on Black Friday because they're on sale or whatever, I guess. But I think it was a theme thing, though. I don't know. I just saw it multiple times sync, though. So probably right. I'm probably right again. I'm usually right. I see a bunch of cars syncing right now. I'm 1000% right about that. And this one has one light. And all of these cars driving by are sync mobiles. And a lot of them are loud cars, like that one. And the one before it were loud cars. It's loud car night, I guess. Why isn't that one a loud car? I thought it's loud car night. Or what night is it? Is it what? Bright headlight night? There's a loud car. He was synced. other day video when I didn't record it, but I was just talking, but there was these geese that were flying out in front of me. There's like a group of geese fly in front of me, and then like another group of geese, and then another one like flies over me, and it's like multiple different groups of geese, and like one of them was like a big group of geese, and then there was like little like small ones, whatever, little families of geese or whatever. But they were all synced. That's the point. Just like all these cars right now are synced. All these cars right now are synced. And then these ones come in sync. This one has really bright headlights. That sound is right after you guys by me. That creaking sound in my car, and it's synced. And that video last night that I did, there's a bunch of creaking sounds in my car synced. I don't know if you can hear them on the video. I didn't watch the video back yet, but you can probably hear it. It's synced. These cars are all synced. The cars are all synced. Except the cars on that street over there, there's like 100 of them over there, so I don't know about the cars over there, but the cars on this street over here are all synced for the last 5 minutes at least, and probably the whole video. They're all synced. Was that one synced? He was probably synced. I don't know. I think he's syncing in my mirror right now. I don't know if he synced when he drove by me, but I think he is syncing in my mirror though. These cars are synced. What about these cars? Are these cars synced? I think they're synced. Here comes a bright headlights car. Is he a sync? Don't sync. He's a sync. He's a fucking sync. So it's like I don't know. I already said it. I already said everything. I got no more videos. I'm out. This is the last video. Cause what else can I say? No, it's probably not the last video, but what else can I say though? It's synced. All these cars are synced. And they know that they're synced. And they're deliberately synced. And here comes 2 1 lights in a row. They're synced. It's like a truck with 1 lower light, and then there's a car behind him. It has 1 lower light, and then it has like a super dim headlight, like the upper light. It's like almost a one headlighter. And they were seeing, and these cars are seeing, and then 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 seeing. And then synced, and they're synced. And they're synced, and they're synced, and then these are gonna sync. It's a one tail lighter sync. Oh. And then before I go to sleep, I'm gonna see 100,000 more one headlighters and one tail lighter syncs. Like if I stay up if I go to sleep in like a half hour, I'm probably not gonna go to sleep a half hour, but if I do, I'm gonna see 100,000 one headlighter, one tail lighter, and dim lighter syncs. Like there's another dim lighter right now. I'm gonna see 100,000 of those before I go to sleep. And then I'm gonna see them in my dreams too. But but every half hour I'm gonna see 100,000 one headlighters, one tail lighters, and dim lighters. Dim headlighters and dim tail lighters, and one lower lighters, and one orange lighters, and half a tail lighters. I'm gonna see 150,000 of those per 30 minutes. Not an exaggeration. Slightly not an exaggeration. Like it is an exaggeration, but it's almost not. There's another half a tail lighter right now. You see? There's a dim tail lighter right now, and then there's a that's not a dim tail lighter. Okay. I don't see any one lighters right now, but these cars are all synced. They're coming though. They're right around the corner with another one lighter, but all these cars are synced. Meanwhile, here come the bright lighters and a loud engine sound synced with them. Here's a pig. Did he sink? I don't know what the pig synced with. Did he sync? There's a car behind me. Did he sync with the pig, maybe? I didn't realize he was back there yet. If he did. He's just sitting there with his turn signal on though. You see the blinking light? He's just sitting there with his turn signal on. Like, yeah, you turn your turn signal on to pull over and park, but then you turned it off though, right? Like, why do you sit there with it on? You like the clicking sound? I think I see another pig coming and is it a pig? Oh, it's not a pig. Never mind. there's a car hitting his brakes synced with a motorcycle riding by me, and then he's pulling up to the intersection synced with that car, I think. And then that car is hitting his brakes when that car drives by me, and then he hit his turn signal and he turned it off when that car drove by me, and then hitting his brakes when that car drives by me, and then he's turning when that car drives by me. And then that car is driving by me right when he drives out of sight, and then it's meeting another car at the intersection ahead of me, and then they're gonna sync. And that car is still sitting here with turn signal on, flashing in my mirror. Is he flashing me? And I think the second car synced with a car way in the distance ahead of me. And then it synced with another car way in the distance ahead of me. And then it's gonna come over here and sync in 5 minutes from now. And that car, is he one? Don't sync. I think he's about to sync with this car right now. No, but the crosswalk thing started flashing right when it drove by me. The crosswalk hand flashes started flashing right when it drove by me, and then right when the light turned yellow, this car pulled up and turned at the light, and it's gonna drive by me right now. And then what's gonna happen then? There's another car turning at the light right now, and it has a dim headlight, and it has really bright headlights, and one of them is slightly dimmer than the other one. Is a dim headlighter. He's driving by me, and then nothing happened when he drove by me, I think, maybe. So that's what's constantly happening all the time, non-stop, as you can see on all 3,000 of my videos, 3,000 plus videos, 4,000 videos maybe, a lot of videos. Here come the sinks. Here comes a parade of bright headlighters. Can you see the whole interior of my car? Can you see the color of my eyes when the cars drive by? And can you see like, why are people's headlights so bright? There goes that car. He's driving off synced. The car that was sitting behind me. Why are people's headlights so fucking bright, dude? Isn't that like a hazard? Like sometimes, like this car right now, these two cars right now, like if I'm driving, like I can't even see the fucking street sometimes. Especially if it's like a street with no street lights on it, is like I can't even see shit. Cause your headlights are like the sun. It's like a sunset or a sunrise coming up over the hill. Like, bro, turn your lights down. Why do you need lights that bright? You don't need that. What do you need that for? Are you going like what's the purpose that you need that for? Here comes another one lighter. One headlight. Did he sink? These cars are synced. These cars are synced. But yeah, what do you need? Like, are you going to space with your car? You going to outer space? So you need to see in the far reaches of space, galaxies away. Why do you need space lights on your car? You don't need that. You just need what these cars have. It's just like regular car lights, like a regular person, not a fucking psychopath that's trying to cause a fucking car accident. Like, what the fuck? Gonna give me a fucking epileptic seizure. I'm not even epileptic. It's so fucking bright. Anyway, here come more bright headlighters, and there's a jet flying out in front of me. It's probably synced. I don't know. The last car in the parade of bright headlighters has a dim headlight. And I think he was syncing with this car driving through the light ahead of me. And then I think it's syncing with this car right now at the edge of my windshield. And it's gonna sync at the intersection ahead of me with another car. And then it's gonna sync when it drives by me. And then this car coming up behind me is gonna sync with it. And then this guy walked by me yesterday on the sidewalk. I was sitting here on the side of the street. He walks by me with a coat that has a skull on the back of it. It looked kind of like a Punisher logo almost. It's like a leather jacket and has a skull thing on the back of it. A bunch of loud cars driving by, and a bunch of bright headlights cars driving by, and a bunch of sync. Don't sync. Oh, here comes a one lower lighter, and it's synced. That whitey revved his engine right next to me. It was synced. This car's gonna turn when this car drives by me. It's synced. That's another thing too, is like you see it coming before it happens a lot of the time. Like, so it's like, they're gonna sync, right? Yup. Again. So it's like you see it coming, you're like, here it comes, they're gonna sync right now, right? Yup. Yup. There it is, yup. So it's kind of psychotic and terroristic and fucked up and it's evil and it's evil piece of shit thing to do with your life. It's just piece of shit behavior. It's like a thing a piece of shit would do if they were a piece of fucking dog shit, diarrhea, shit stain on the underwear of Earth. Really shitty thing to do. So I'm just homeless in my car because of it, and they stalk you constantly. Like I'm homeless because of it, and then they just stalk me constantly while I sit in my car all day, and there's no escape from them. And then if I gotta use a restroom, there's no escape from them. I can't even go to take a shit, and I can't take a shit. I can't take a shit in the bathroom without someone standing by it. Literally, I can't take a shit in the bathroom without someone standing by it or in it. I literally can't. But that's the same thing if I live in an apartment though, like my neighbor's gonna be coughing through the walls and shit. But that's through the walls though, at least, so. And then they might not be, like it might be quiet in there for a minute. But here though, out here in the streets and in my car, like I'm glad I have a car at least and I'm not homeless on the streets, cause that would be fucking. But at least I have a car. It's like a barrier between me and the stalkers. But still though, and especially on this street, and like I don't know where else to park really. I mean, I could go to the other park that's like way over there, but then I'm kind of wasting gas, whatever. But like, either way it's just non-stop shit. Like if I go over there's gonna be train horns and there's gonna be jets and me dog walkers walking by occasionally and cars driving by occasionally. It's gonna be a little quieter, but it's still gonna be non-stop shit. So it's like when I'm in my car, it's just non-stop shit. Like this car right now, and they just don't leave me the fuck alone. So it's like I can't even like think. Like I try to get like in a creative mind state and shit, and it's hard because it's just constant shit, dude. It's just constant shit. All these cars are stalking right now. It's just constant shit. Like if I wasn't being stalked right now, would this street be empty right now? Would there be like, what does this street look like when I'm not on it? I want to know so bad. Cause like all of these cars that have driven by the entire video are stalkers. Like all of them, or most of them at least. All of them since I've been paying attention are stalkers. Like all of them. So some of them, did you hear that sound when that second car drove by me? So some of them, like this might be their route to work or whatever, wherever they're going, if they're going somewhere. or whatever, you know, like they might take this road to go home from work or whatever, and they're like on their way home from work right now, and they're stalking me on the way there or whatever. But I just wonder, like, would there be like a lot less cars on the street if I wasn't here right now? Or if I wasn't targeted, would there be a lot less cars on the street right now? And then it would be quiet and I could have fucking 10 seconds to think? It's just nonstop. Honk honk. So like I could just tune it out and just be like, yeah, it's just cars driving by. But then I'm gonna be like, but it's not though. It's not just cars driving by. And they just keep driving by. And they just keep driving by. Here's a street sweeper driving by me to drive by me. Here's cars that are driving by me just to drive by me and go and shit on my nervous system for a pedophile cult. There's an engine sound. These two cars are syncing at the intersection in front of me, and then this car has two headlights that are different colors, and then this car is synced with it. It's a white car, and then he's gonna sync with another car when he gets to the intersection ahead of me. And he's syncing with these cars driving by me right now, and he's also syncing with another car way ahead in the distance. And the second car has a dim tail light, and it's white SUV. It just goes on and 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 on. And on and on and on and on. And it never fucking stops. And it never fucking stops. So it's like I can close my eyes. I can just like sit here and close my eyes. But then I still hear the whooshing. And I know that they're all stalkers. Because it's always stalkers. So like I know, even if I close my eyes and I can't, like I'll hear them sinking though sometimes, because they'll rev their engine right next to me, or they'll honk right as we drive by, or they'll whatever like that, or they'll drive by simultaneous and I can hear them driving by simultaneous, or they'll walk a dog by me and they'll make a sound when they walk by me, or start talking when they walk by me, or whatever, or a siren will sink or whatever. Close my eyes, try to ignore them, pretend that it's just cars driving by, but I know that it's not, so I can't. Like I can to an extent, but I can't really. And I try it, like I do, like when I'm not recording, I'm just like ignoring them mostly, but you can't really. I've been doing pretty good today, well, except I went on a walk today. I wasn't doing so good ignoring them, but I recorded them a little bit. Here's a one tail lighter. Looks sink-tarded. Yep. It's a bunch of sink mobiles. This one's loud. Is he gonna drive by me loud? Oh, maybe it's a different engine sound I was hearing, I guess. That was synced with him when he took off. I don't know if you could hear that engine sound, but he's over there somewhere. He's syncing with the cars driving by me on this street. So I'm trying to think what else happened today. Do I hear a siren? Is it a siren? Maybe not. I heard something. I don't know. Was it a sync sound? I'm probably yawning synced with the cars driving by synced, and then there's a half a tail light, or one white tail lighter, and then he's syncing with the car turning at the intersection as he drives through it, and then it's gonna sync again when it drives by me maybe, and it's syncing with the car turning right now at the intersection. And this car is also syncing with the car turning at the intersection, or pulling up to it, I guess. And then this car is syncing with that car, starting to drive again and turning at the intersection. And then it's gonna drive by me, and then this car is synced with it right now. It's driving up really fast behind me to sync with it. And then it's meeting another car at the intersection ahead of me, and then it's gonna sync when it drives by me. it comes, and there's a car turning behind me in my mirror as it drives over my mirror. And there they are, and then here comes another one, and don't sing. He just hit his brakes when he drove through the intersection real quick. And then he hit his brakes again. Is he thinking with me talking, maybe? He hit his brakes again right after I said that. He hit his brakes again when I look over at him again right now. Like, I look over this way and then I look over again. He's hitting his brakes again. And then that white SUV that just drove by me synced with a car at the intersection, and then it's gonna drive by me right now with bright headlights. And then there's another car turning and straight out on the street right now, and there's the light was turning red at the same time. And this car is gonna pull up to the light when this car drives by me. The light turned green when it drove by me. Anyway, he wasn't at the light yet. I don't know about that other car. I think he was synced though. So that's one questionable car the whole video, or there's like 2 questionable cars the whole video. All the rest of them are stalking. They're all a bunch of stalkers. Here's a bunch of bright headlight stalkers. They're a bunch of mind rapist stalkers. Here's the stalkers again. They're stalking, raping my nervous system. Just constantly raping my nervous system. Sticking their robot dick in my nervous system all day, every day. Like a robot rapist stockhead, raping people's nervous system and lives, fucking their lives over, and raping their nervous system constantly all day, every day, and sabotaging their life. There's no cars right now. Where'd they all go? Are they on the other street right now? There's a bunch of cars over there. Are they the ones? Where'd all the cars on this street go? Oh, here's one. He's way in the distance. Is he gonna sync when he gets over here? It's got bright headlights. Oh, I think he's syncing with another car pulling up to the light, and it's gonna sync. Don't sync. This car has its high beams on, I think, with bright headlights. Gee. Yep, I think all these cars are synced again. All of the cars driving by are synced. I think they're all synced. Maybe one of them wasn't synced, perhaps, but all the rest of them are synced, at least. Except the cars on that other street, like I said, I see a bunch of them constantly over there, but a lot of those are probably synced too. if it's daytime, they are, a lot of them, but I can't really tell. Like, I just see headlights and taillights over there right now, so it's like, but if during the daytime though, it's like they're doing color patterns over there and shit. There's a bunch of bikes and joggers and shit syncing over there, so it's probably a bunch of sync mobiles over there. I don't know, but over here though, it's all a bunch of sync mobiles, like I said. So I know I'm repeating myself, but here they are again. It's the sync mobiles again. So sorry for repeating myself again, but it's repetitive.
A shit in the bathroom without someone standing.